You ever notice how the same people who scream law and order always seem to have a friend who's above it? This week, former Labor Secretary Alex Acosta told Congress that Donald Trump did nothing wrong in the Jeffrey Epstein case. And House Republicans, they couldn't wait to blast that headline out. Trump cleared, no wrongdoing. Yeah, cleared by the same guy who gave a sex trafficker a get-out-of-jail-free card. That's not justice. That's self-preservation dressed up as due process. So let's rewind. Back in 2008, Alex Acosta was a U.S. attorney in Florida. He negotiated a plea deal for Jeffrey Epstein, one that basically erased a federal sex trafficking investigation. Epstein, he served 13 months in county jail, part-time in a private wing. Acosta later bragged it was the best deal he could get. And the women Epstein abused, they were never told. So when I hear this guy is now clearing Donald Trump, I don't think exoneration, I think cover-up. Because when the Fox writes the report on the hen house, you don't get justice. You get silence. Epstein wasn't just one predator. He was a network. Money, power, leverage. He hosted presidents, lawyers, royals. His private plane wasn't called the Lolita Express for nothing. Trump knew him. Clinton knew him. Plenty of people did. And when Epstein was finally arrested again in 2019, that network started sweating. So ask yourself, why would the GOP resurrect this story now? Why give Acosta a microphone again? Because clearing Trump clears the whole ecosystem that fed off Epstein's protection. And that's the real story. Self-interest disguised as justice. Here's what political damage control looks like. Step 1, find a flawed messenger. Step 2, have him say your guy's clean. Step 3, shout it louder than the facts. Acosta tells Congress Trump did nothing wrong. Republicans tweet it out. Right-wing media spins it as vindication. And before long, millions of people believe this case is closed. That's not truth. That's narrative management. I saw the same playbook after January 6th. People rewriting what we all saw with our own eyes. It's not about memory. It's about manipulation. You don't erase a crime scene by mopping up the blood. You erase it by convincing people it never happened. 20 years in law enforcement taught me this. When a kid from a poor neighborhood steals a car, he does time. When a billionaire covers for a predator, he does cable news hits. That double standard is what breaks the system, not the crimes themselves. Because once the powerful learn there's no real consequences, the rest of us are just props in their morality play. So yeah, Acosta cleared Trump, but he also cleared himself. And that should tell you everything you need to know. Forgiveness without truth isn't grace, it's rot. Some people will say Epstein's dead, move on. But I can't, because every time we let these guys rewrite the story, we teach the next one how to do it better. Acosta's finding isn't evidence, it's a warning shot, a reminder that our justice system bends toward those who can afford to bend it. And that matters, because Trump's not just running for office again. He's rebuilding the same network of protection Epstein relied on. Money, loyalty, silence. That's how impunity becomes policy. The cover-ups don't stop when the predator dies. They evolve. So yeah, Acosta cleared Trump. But that doesn't clear the truth. Every time power absolves itself, someone else pays the price. The victims, the whistleblowers, the people who still believe the system can work. I'm not one of those people who thinks justice is dead, but I've seen how fast it can be bought. And if we don't push back on lies like this, then no wrongdoing becomes the new definition of power. Justice doesn't need a permission slip from Alex Acosta, and it sure as hell doesn't need one from Donald Trump. My dad's a cancer survivor. He takes a lot of medications. And the only reason costs have stayed manageable is because he's on my stepmother's employer insurance plan. And she's even put off retiring because the moment they switch to Medicare, the cost could skyrocket. That's why we turned to Chapter. In under 20 minutes, they compared every single plan and showed us a path to where my dad's drug costs could drop by thousands of dollars a month. It gave my stepmother the peace of mind to finally think about retiring, without worrying they'd lose the coverage he needs. The truth is, millions of seniors are on the wrong Medicare plan and don't even know it. Chapter makes it simple. They'll search every option, save people an average of $1,100 a year, and if you're already in the right plan, they'll tell you. It's free, it's fast, and for families like mine, it's a game changer. Call the number below to see if Chapter can do the same for you. That's 845-440-1568. Again, that number is 845-440-1568.